So we are only addressing one part here. And the mandate of the IAEA is only radiation and nuclear safety and environmental safety, which is related to the radiation aspects. So, of course, we recognize that there are lots of chemical issues, pollution type of hazards, which are an integral and important part of the decision-making process. We are just not mandated, and we are not just experts on that part. So that is something we cannot address or discuss.
Okay, just a little query here. Just to go on. Two things that defeat me. One is that you all are here basically because the people protested. They protested, that's why you are here. That was announced to appease the protests that were going on here. It is not a process by wherein they brought you here because of other reasons. So that must be corrected. You are here basically, I'm sorry, you are fellow gentlemen, you are here basically because there's been a whole lot of protests here. Number two, the issue of using the term safety, where carcinogens are concerned, is now being dispensed with in Europe, in many of the developed countries. We don't use this word safety because you cannot handle cancer-causing agents safely. There's no issue. It's only where there's going to be a benefit. Say, for instance, X-ray. You have a benefit of the X-ray. So you choose that benefit. Here the people don't choose that benefit. They don't have that benefit. They have what is called a disaster waiting to happen. And I'm a witness to that disaster in Mera. Do you have children?
Sure,
do you have children?
3 children. Yes,
would you want your children to face the same fate they faced in Bukit Merah? I was living testimony to it. I'm still handling 2 more kids who are undergoing severe trauma. So moot point is because of the protests you are here, and it's a question, it's not a question of deciding it's safe or not, it's unsafe. No 2 ways about it. The issue is, are we prepared to face this unsafety, or are we prepared to face it? We are not. Simply because we are not a beneficiary of the whole thing. And the waste is going to be left here. Can I finish? The waste is going to be left here. So it's going to be brought all the way from Australia. If Australia couldn't see it fit to do it there, why do they want to do it here? The same thing happened in Mitsubishi. With Mitsubishi, the whole process was banned in 71. In 72, they located in Bukit Merah. And they followed the lax laws. At the time, ALB was not even in place.
The material is in Bukit Merah is the same as from Australia, because if they run out of the humanites, then it's brought from there. So it's nothing new for us. As far as Lynas was saying, it's safe, all the time, but he hasn't given information, to say what is, I mean, you can answer, but I object to you saying that these natural materials, natural radiativity. They keep saying that in the 70s, 80s. Because I have the IAEA report. I analyze the data. We make our own measurements. Our local scientists have shown that after the processing, the radioactivity has gone up 3 times. It has gone up 3 times. It's not natural. It's technologically enhanced, if you want to use the word.
The word used to be tenom, not norm.
Tenom. Yeah, it's not.
Now
so don't
people
mislead.
Find it convenient to use it as norm.
Yeah.
It sounds very normal.
Yeah.
Now, also that one I have to comment in 2 different ways. The agency is preparing safety standards. That is not a regulator. Every aspect says very clearly that safety regulation, nuclear safety, radiation safety is the complete responsibility of member state. So we have made standards which quite many countries have adopted as a basis and reference for them, but it's a national responsibility, so it's not. The other, and it's very good that you took this thing up, the Director General has always emphasized very clearly in the agency that it is completely up to the member state whether it decides to use nuclear or not to use nuclear, and that the agency helps all its member states based on their requests. So Malaysia is not a nuclear country, and we are helping you. We hope we are helping you.
Just a quick question. You said the proposed plant is unsafe no matter what is done. So was that your conclusion? Is that based on your experience with the Mitsubishi plant? Is that what it's based on?
Yes.
So what happened in the past, you say it will happen again. I'm just asking. That's what you're saying?
Of course. Okay. And let me also add on to you, since you're a consultant. Let me tell you, I'm very, very closely aware of what happened, with Japan, because when this issue was up, and they showed me their buildings in Japan, that it could withstand any tsunami, it could withstand any, hold on, let me finish, can withstand any natural disaster, but unfortunately it didn't. And then you have a Holocaust now. So what we are saying is, if at all you have doubts, I think the European principle or the developed countries principle, the precautionary principle, we could debate. You might say at that time it was different, I might say it was not different, but the precautionary principle is a very simple principle adopted by all developed countries. In fact, Germany has now said they are closing down all their nuclear facilities already. Why? It's again on a precautionary principle. So we are endearingly asking you gentlemen that help us.
We can tell you like all these laws and whatnot. I used to be a consultant helping company, to gain a license, to build, to apply to MITI to get approval, to build, to get a treatment plant. I'm a chemical and environmental engineer. I design to get the license, for operation. I know. But very often they will just do it. Some ministry people or somehow, our procedure are good. We always say, even our former Prime Minister, we don't like very much. He say we are first world in all the laws, but enforcement, maintenance is third world. Okay, I think you should take note of that. I like what you say, all the things. It's very good you understand all the steps. But unfortunately, the reality, like we see all this suffering. They always tell, when we ask how are you going to store the waste, we are not rejecting the plant then. They say, are you taking the waste? No.
And when have you...
No, they say in New York Times.